Go ahead.
The second quarter run, Villanova went on. Just kind of what did you see go on during that, and with KK? How did she kind of rise out of that?
You know, first of all, I'm probably the most surprised person in the building. Well, maybe the players are not surprised, but I'm surprised that we were able to defensively do what we did today against a team that makes it hard for you to guard them. And I thought the communication on defense was the best it's been all season. And we told them after the game that, you know, we could hear it on the bench, every single person on the court, the way we were communicating and how we were helping each other. You know, I asked, you know, that run in the second quarter was fueled by that, you know, between, you know, the job that KK and the other guys too did on Basco, who's really good. I mean, she's really hard to guard. She gets up 20, 25 shots every game, and today I think she had like 13 or something like that. So we did a terrific job defensively, and I thought on the offensive end we were really sharp. We created a lot of opportunities for ourselves, and we had one stretch, I thought, where we started being silly with our turnovers and didn't give ourselves opportunities, and they made a little bit of a run. Other than that, I think it was a pretty complete game by us, both physically and mentally.
Geno, do you think the performance tonight was spurred at all by having the greats literally behind them, over their shoulders?
You know, I hope so. I mean, it'd be hard not to, you know, see all of them, see all those highlights, and know what transpired while they were here. And I did bring it up in the locker room, you know, after the game, that if they aspire to be something like, you know, have a chance to be, you know, that kind of team, which they're not right now. Today was a good start in helping each other be better. To me, that's the biggest compliment that I can pay a basketball player, is that they help their teammates be better. You know, and today we did that, and maybe it was those guys back there. Maybe, you know, that had something to do with it. Hope we can bring them back Monday, but unfortunately you can't. Last time we had those guys and we played Notre Dame and got our ass kicked.
Ian?
You talk about the job that Ashlin does rebounding. She always seems to be crushing the boards, whether offensively or defensively.
Yeah, I don't know how many she had today. She had 7. Because the kid works pretty hard at it. You know, she works pretty hard at it. She takes it seriously. She's a better athlete than she looks sometimes. She's aggressive, and when we say, hey, we need to do a better job offensive rebounding, she doesn't just go, yeah. She actually does it, and I think that's another way to impact the game. You know, sometimes it's how many shots she makes, and today it was, you know, rebounding the ball.
Geno, can you talk about that sequence KK had? Second half, she pulls up, bangs a 3, gets back on defense, has a steal, layup, timeout, place goes nuts. Just how she's grown over the last couple of years to put something like that together.
Yeah, I was asked by the TV people doing the game who I thought was our most improved player up to this point, and I would say that probably be KK from last season. You know, her court awareness and her confidence in herself and her just the way she carries herself, and she is an energy giver. You know, we talk a lot about that. You know, kids come in two forms. You know, those that give you energy and those that suck the energy out. And you know, she's an energy giver, and you can plug into her. She's like a battery, and everybody else feeds off of her. Every team needs that, and you know, she inspires other people to be like that. And then, you know, you got Sarah Strong diving on those balls, you know, in a 40-point game. That's kind of who they are right now.
Coach, you said that this team isn't quite at the level of that 16 team, or at least what they were. What can this group do to kind of reach that level?
Well, I think the way the NCAA is now, we could give those other guys some more eligibility and bring them back. Otherwise, this team doesn't have an opportunity to be that team. And nor will many other teams that ever play college basketball will be like that team. So, can they do similar things? Maybe, maybe. You know, I think that's, you know, that's something that I think every kid wants to do, is kind of leave a mark at UConn. But maybe because I'm old-fashioned, I think there were some teams that played here at UConn that no one would ever beat, then or now. So I would like for this team to just be a team that whoever they play against, they beat. Trying to beat those other guys, or trying to be like that team. Well, I just think it's putting the time in, you know, spending quality time, both during the off season and even now during the season. You know, they are in there with Morgan and Tanya every day, and I think that players who work that hard, players who spend that much time trying to get better at something, they actually do get better at it. I used to tell people all the time, you know, people thought, when I talked about Paige, they thought Paige came to earth being able to do what she does. They forget the hours and hours and hours, you know, that kid. You know, when was the last time you saw a kid like Paige finish at the basket? All the different spins, all the different ways that she manipulated the ball. That you're not born with that. It's a lot of time spent, and KK's put the time in.
Closed the game on a 23-3 run, I think it was. What allows you to keep your foot on the gas, even with the score? Because sometimes fourth quarter is not always the prettiest.
Yeah, no, I think the group that was out there in the fourth quarter, first I think Carol did a great job out there organizing the whole thing. And we had a plan. Like a lot of times that group goes out in the fourth quarter and they just kind of throw everything away that we work on. And it's like, oh, here's my chance to show Coach Auriemma how good I am. And they kind of look silly, you know, they play lousy. I think today, we really had a plan out there. We knew what we wanted to do. We knew how we wanted the ball to move. You know, and we played like a really good team in the fourth quarter, which doesn't happen very often. So I'm really happy with that group, because the more they do that, the more confidence they're going to have, regardless of when they're in the game.
Mike?
You know, you mentioned Sarah diving for a ball on 40. You've had a lot of 40 or 50-point victories over the years. How much of a challenge, or how important is it for every player to get the most out of every moment of a game like that, and for, you know, therefore for the team to get the most out of every segment of the season, when there's going to be a lot of games that aren't so close?
You know, I don't know, because I can't read their minds. I can't look inside their brain. But one thing that I would be conscious of if I was them and looking at the players that were here. And, you know, Fisa said to me when the highlights were on the video board, she looked at me and she said, I just cannot believe it's been 10 years already. And maybe if you're on this year's team, you look up at those guys and you go, you know, this thing doesn't last forever. It's like this stuff moves fast, you know? And you want to savor every moment of it. You want to cherish it all. You want to give it, you know, its due. You want to make sure that you respect the game and you respect your effort and what you bring to the game. And you play the game and don't get caught up in, you know, what's the score. Yeah, you know, I'm not crazy about, you know, I'm not crazy about embarrassing people and winning by, trying to win by 100. I'm not interested in that. I just want my guys to play, you know, with a lot of respect for the game. And for the most part, I think we do that.
Geno, yesterday they changed the transfer portal rules and moved it back until after the tournament's over. What do you think about that, and how does it help teams that obviously go on long runs like your team does?
Yeah, I remember when everyone was advocating for it and they asked me, they go, hey, you know, you've been doing this a long time, what do you think? I'm like, yeah, so I'm gonna say, hey, they shouldn't be allowed to do anything until after the Final Four, because it's unfair. Yeah, it's unfair to 4 teams. Who gives a hell? You know, like every other team in America is trying to like make a team, you know? So I understand why. The thing that I think is good is just about every team, every coach, before the Final Four, knows who's in the portal and who's not on their team. Now, they can't officially be in the portal, but they know who's leaving, they know who's staying, they probably also know who's coming, you know. So just to me, I have to read the rule more carefully, but the thing that was harmful to a lot of teams was the ability to have players on your campus on official visits while you're getting ready to play, you know, like in the regionals, or, you know, you're still playing. It'd be like having free agency and during the NBA playoffs, you know, even though there's only, you know, maybe 4 or 8 teams left, still can't do it. So it just, I think it makes it cut and dry. This is it, and hopefully, you know, there'll be more rules and regulations concerning the portal.